Alright, what's up guys? Just wanted to do a little meet recap before showing you guys my attempts. First off, apologies for the crowd. Yeah, it was hard to get a clean shot. I had Paul Horn of Horn Strength Conditioning in LA, who was gracious enough to work the camera while he was also there with some lifters. So props to him for actually getting a shot, and we did our best to try to get some good footage. I think there'll be some other stuff cropping up from folks who were at the meet. But yeah, so this was my meet. I ended up doing squatting, so everything's in kilos, so it's 265 kilos, which is 584 pounds, point something, and then pressed 125, which is 275 and a half pounds, and then pulled 319, which is 703.4, something like that, and then I missed a 319 pound deadlift, or 25 kilo deadlift. Overall, the meet was okay. Obviously Tom Campitelli runs great meet. Really happy that he has these, and I happen to live close enough where I could drive. I drove there last night, stayed in a hotel. But yeah, I think definitely I'm not a big fan of the morning start time, but that's fine. I've definitely lifted in the morning before, and probably no big deal as far as, strength or whatever. It was an early start to the day. It was cool. We got out of there by about noon, so that was pretty nice. Biggest issue was on my second squat. For whatever reason, I got forward. The bar actually got forward in the middle of the foot, more than halfway up. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know if that's ever happened to me with any substantial weight on my back, but I had 262 and a half on there, which is what, 577 or 578 or something like that. And yeah, so basically I was on my toes, heels likely off the ground, and then the only way I could save it was basically just really slow it down and try to lengthen my, stay leaned over and then extend my hips. So I actually got a red light from the head judge because I didn't stand all the way up straight at the top. Because if I would have tried to stand up all the way straight at the top, I would have fallen over. So I actually felt like I was going to fall forward and that the bar was going to hit me in my back and snap my spine. Like I was like, this is how I die. And so that rep took, a little bit out of me. I came back, hit 265. It was fine. I think the 262 and a half just spooked me, and honestly, that was a lot more stress than I really probably should have put out for a second attempt, and just a technical error. I mean, the rack itself that we used there was a little uneven, and the floor is uneven. It's tilted forward and also to the side, which, ultimately is not a big deal. If I was strong enough, I would have lifted the weight and it would have been fine. Everybody had to deal with the same conditions. It's just, I'm just trying to think of why I ended up on my toes. And also, I probably just an error on my part. So I actually hadn't been able to squat that well for the last few weeks because my knees had been bothering me, which it ultimately cleared up. It didn't actually hurt until after that second attempt. So second attempt actually felt fine until I had to really save it. So yeah, just some knee pain, some old tendonitis stuff that comes and goes. It was more prominent when I used to race dirt bikes, so now it's, comes and goes. And then on the deadlift, yeah, I don't know if I had, over fatigued my back on a squat or maybe the squat and the press. Hard to say, but definitely some technical errors. My hips being too low prior to the deadlift, or prior to actually starting the pull, the bar getting kicked forward. So just something I couldn't clean up today, and I don't have any real reason why. That's what happened. So I pulled 319, which is 703.4 or something like that. And then I missed 325, which is 715 or 716, something like that. So yeah, just a technical error. Gotta clean that up, and it's just something I'll keep working on. So going forward, things I learned, the press went up 275, was pretty good. I probably had 281 in me today. I think that I'm happy with where my press is going, so that's improving. Deadlift, I can't complain about pulling over 700 pounds. That's always a good place to be. I just thought I would have more of my squat, and I think just that second attempt kind of threw me. So going forward, I think that I need to do some more volume at some lower intensities and really, get my form hammered down and as well as possible. And then it's the same old stuff, just probably a little more volume than I did last time. I think that's what I'm gonna really hammer with the squat. On the deadlift, I think the biggest thing I'll probably change is that my secondary variant, I think I need to make it a little lighter and maybe more technically demanding. Yeah, I mean, I was pulling PRs on my assistance stuff for deadlifts pretty much the whole cycle. I think that's all well and good, but I didn't, 703 is a competition PR for sure, so that's cool by like 3 pounds. I think that I have more in me. I mean, I didn't even do any pause deadlifts really this cycle, so I think pause deadlifts I'll probably have to get back in there. Maybe a few other lighter variations or things that are harder, and try to clean that up. So anyway, without much more rambling on, I'm okay. I'm giving myself a B today for performance, an A for effort, and we'll keep moving forward. That's why we show up to the meets. Not every time are you gonna put together the perfect meet from all your best gym lifts, and if that was true, you would just mail in your attempt card and you wouldn't have to actually go perform. So that's why they run the meets. So I'm looking forward to, we'll go January. Got nationals that'll be up in Oakland again, and we'll do that, and then probably get back to a full power meet, do some powerlifting, and then go from there. So anyway, thanks for watching, and catch you guys next time.
Jordan Feigenbaum, also known as Jordan Early Bird Feigenbaum, for his 11 early mornings. 240 kilos on the bar, or just shy of 530. Then we're back to the top of the order with Rock and Jordan.
Platform's ready.
Platform's ready for Feigenbaum. Let's go, Jordan. Come on.
Platform's ready.
Lift is good.
Come on, Jordan. Let's go, Jordan. Let's go, baby. Go, Jordan. Let's go. Go, Jordan.
Come on, Jordan.
Drive.
Almost at 113 kilos, opening at around 250 pounds on the vest.
Platform's ready.
Go, Jordan.
The air conditioning and 250 pound vest for $40 for his opening. He is calling for 319 kilos. 703 pounds here.
Come on.
Our men's lightweight winner, and also the overall best lifter for the men. This is either his third or his fourth time winning the overall meet. Hailing from the bustling metropolis of Santa Cruz, California, Dr. Jordan Feigenbaum.